All right, welcome to another episode of Expand Your Brand. We are back this week, and we're happy to bring back another episode. So, Austin, how you doing this week?
Not too bad. Been busy. How about you?
Man, busy is not the word. I don't know if there's another word beyond busy, or it's out of my dictionary of words, but it's been crazy on my end with work and everything like that. So, but happy to be here with you today. So it's nice break from everything else.
No, I know it definitely is. I'm excited to be back too.
Yeah. Well, you got some events coming up with the RIGA with the Mid-Am and the Burke coming up. Tell us about those and what are you looking forward to the most? Which one's first too as well?
Yeah, mid-ams next week, the 26th, 27th, at Quinnitissit. Rhode Island Mid-Am being hosted at a Connecticut course again. So, we've been on the outskirts of Rhode Island this year. Hopefully next year, Rhode Island courses will be generous and allow us to play in some of those in state. But no, a good course. I went up and played it yesterday. Really good shape, so very excited for that. Should be a good tournament. 36 hole stroke play, and then we have the Burke the next week, the 3rd and the 4th, I believe. Um, and that's at Newport Country Club and Pawtucket. So
Oh wow.
um, those are always in great shape, and yeah, looking forward to the end of the year playing some pretty good golf. So hopefully can reel it all together.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, those are two good tournaments. I have to keep up with you on both of them for sure. And while I'm away in hot weather in Miami and
Yeah,
then hanging
I feel
out.
bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of excited to escape the hot weather, and then now I'm going back into it. So,
I don't know. The weather we got today has not been good.
yeah, no. But I mean, you like you said, you've been playing good golf. You're heading into, these two tournaments next week. Is there anything that you're looking forward to with the wrap of the season, or anything that you've enjoyed the most to reflect on with the RIGA?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been knocking on the door. I'm always right there at the top. For the most part, obviously I have bad weeks, but I've been pretty ready to go this year. It's been a weird year. We haven't had too many tournaments, but feel like I've stayed pretty ready, and I've had a little bit of different approach and have been getting some good results out of it. So hopefully it can continue. Hopefully I can knock the door down. But it all depends on the week. It all depends on how the ball bounces and how well I play. So we'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to having a couple tournaments come up, and then kind of capping off the year and seeing what happens.
Yeah. How did that new approach work for you? I mean, you said you kind of took like a different approach this year, kind of more relaxed, a little more step back from everything. How do you think it? You kind of mentioned it was better, but how do you think it worked out and played out for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been great, honestly. Like I go a couple days without touching a club. I feel more like refreshed. It's definitely not putting as much pressure on myself as I used to, which
Yeah.
has been great. And yeah, I mean, I just try and go and hit fairways, hit greens, and make a couple putts. I keep saying every time I play now, like I have to make the most pars in New England because I'm always making 15, 16 pars and one or two bogeys or one or two birdies. It's like nothing in between. So hopefully I can get a couple more putts to drop and go pretty low and see what happens going forward.
I think a lot of people would love to be in your position to make all the pars that
Unfortunately, pars don't win tournaments,
right.
and that's what I'm there to do. So, um, hopefully it goes the other way, and I can make a couple more birdies and see where the chips fall.
Yeah. I'm sure it will happen, man. All they're gonna those putts are gonna start dropping for you anytime soon. I'm sure great things will come up. Especially with these last two events. I got a good feeling about the Burke, especially for some reason. I don't know why. Just a
Yeah,
gut
thanks.
feeling. I don't know. But that's great. So, and then speaking of golf, we still have the Ryder Cup. That's coming up in a couple weeks too, which is right around the corner. I'm very excited about it. The sea and how it plays out, being in Rome, and unfortunately, I know we want to do something for an event for that. Unfortunately, we can't because I'll be away. But
Yeah.
thoughts on the Ryder Cup coming up and like how exciting that event is.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously electric. It's a great event, and um, after seeing the leaderboard of the European Tour, I think every single one of the Europe's Ryder Cup team was at the top of the leaderboard
Really?
this past weekend. So um, the USA definitely needs to bring their A game. I think Justin Thomas shut up a lot of critics with his play this week. I think he's rounding back into form, which you definitely can't just keep him at home, which I think Zach Johnson got correct.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a shootout, and obviously the atmosphere is going to be insane. So should be a really fun couple 4 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I did catch some of the European Cup a little bit on or not the Euro Golf. I was watching it a little bit on Sunday morning.
Yeah,
It's yeah, I mean a lot of those guys were right there up there. It's crazy, but yeah, it should be. I mean, I love the Ryder Cup. There's nothing like that competition and what the atmosphere is going to be like over in Rome and how like the Europeans will be and how well America will travel as well too going over there. I mean, if you're a big golf fan, you get to go to Rome too at the same time. I think that's a good benefit as well. So you get the win out. But I think just that atmosphere is it's like almost like college football level atmosphere, the
yeah,
intensity of the cheering and the jeers and all that stuff. So it's going to be a very interesting way tournament of the Ryder Cup of how it plays out. I'm very excited for it. I hope it's a close one. I hope it's a good one for sure. I obviously want US to win, but I mean, I'd love to see US win in a blowout. But either way, but I think it would be a lot of fun to see the competition. I would like to see like a McIlroy Reed situation or something like that happen again this year.
yeah. I think it'd be great. I think it brings such a different dynamic, and I think it's where like golf needs to go, more of a stadium atmosphere and more of like a. It doesn't need to be so stuffy and like hoity-toity. So um, I think it brings out the best in the competitors as well. So should be interesting. I'm super excited. But I wanted to ask, how's your golf game?
Actually, I did play in a tournament this week, and I mean, I don't know if it was the win, but I actually played really, really well. I hitting the ball really far. Probably the furthest. Like we played at Winnipeg, so I had a couple holes where we're if they were the longest drive, I think I would have got longest drive because I had a couple holes where I was close to the like 20 yards from the green or anything like that. So
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. So if my drive, I don't know what happened. Some past couple tournaments I played in, my driver and everything has just come alive. I mean, I was thinking like 15-foot birdie putts and stuff like that. I was looking like a pro out there at one point. So
That's great.
I didn't know what happened. Yeah, I had to pick more. Just I took your approach. I think I kind of just came into it more relaxed. I think I put even in those like tournaments, even though I don't really need to, I just put a lot of pressure on myself to play well because I don't want to be that guy that doesn't show up to the tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Super
so
easy to do, unfortunately.
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I think this tournament I kind of took the approach of whatever, it's just for fun and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, it was good. I played really well. So I haven't played a full 18 in a little while. So last time I think I played
Yeah.
18, I was about like 100, so almost breaking 100, so getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get there. You got to play more.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's the thing. It's getting out there. It's time. I don't know. I think I wish I had a pill that kept me up all night because then I would probably be able to play more golf and get more things done and accomplish what I want to get done. But
Hey,
yeah,
I
no,
feel you, man.
it's time. Yeah, it's been a tough summer with timing, but yeah, it was good to get out this past weekend, even though the weather held up pretty well. So it was good time, good all for a good cause. I put in the Andrew Lombardi, the Chris Lombardi tournament that they had.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, which is
Awesome.
a phenomenal tournament that they put on. There's no winner, no loser. They don't do anything for placement. All the money goes, basically back to the fundraising that they have. And it's just a tournament for a good cause. So it was a lot of fun. Those terms are always the best when you always know you're giving back and having fun and enjoying yourselves. So
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Lombardo are great people. Chris was an awesome person. And definitely is awesome to see what they're doing despite what happened. So congrats to them and continue to do good for the community and for the scholarships.
yeah, yeah. Are you playing in any of those? Are you playing in like Tyler's tournament, Tyler Clean's tournament, or anything that's coming up?
Yeah, I was supposed to play in Lombardo's tournament, but um, I had got asked to play in the EB tournament like in January, and unfortunately, it was the same day, so I had to back out of Lombardo's. But yeah, I'm playing in a couple coming up.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I got one. I think the 7th. That's the one I'm gonna play in at a.
Yeah,
Had one coming up this weekend, but I had to back out because of travel. So unfortunately, it was
yeah, you got a tough life going to Florida.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
tough.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it. If it wasn't so much of a work trip, I think I'd be more looking forward to it, but be all good. Why don't we cut it to a quick break from a word from our sponsor at Vintage Cigar Lounge, and then the cigar of the week this week, and then we'll hop back into it, talk a little NFL season and some college football.
Sounds good.
Welcome to Vintage Cigar Lounge, the place where you escape to, not from. A place where your cigar options are limitless. A place where friends come together and bond over the finest cigars and drinks. A place where your selected few can retreat to and enjoy premium cigars, great conversation, and your liquor of choice within the privacy of our private rooms. Looking for a place to escape to? Our doors are always open.
What's up, guys? What time is it? Golf Cigar of the Week time. Brought to you by Vintage Cigar Lounge for Golf News RI. This week, it is Dissident Block. Check it out. Look at all that. It's delicious. It's Ecuadorian Maduro. Wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, and it's fillers from Nicaragua and the Dominican. You like pepper? Check. You like dark chocolate? Check. It's good. Smoke it. I like you guys. Come see me. See you next week.
All right, we're back. Thanks again, Vintage Cigar Lounge. We'll definitely be back in there soon, I promise. I know saying that it's just tough to get weekends and schedules are all lined up again. But I think
Yeah.
we're coming out of our busy season. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But let's talk about the NFL season. We're 2 weeks into the NFL season. I know Patriots played last night. What are your thoughts on how the Pats are doing and just overall what you're seeing play?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Jeez. It's I don't know. I just don't really have any words. Our defense is supposed to be pretty good and they are come out flat every game. Well, so far the 2 games, and then I think that like the first game they just like I want to say it was coaching.
Yeah.
They should have kicked the field goal. They would have only needed a field goal to get to take the lead at the end, and unfortunately they just didn't. They tried to go for it and they didn't get it. So I mean, it is what it is. That they're just not playing that good, but they're also playing some good teams. So it's kind of a weird dynamic. But yeah, I don't know. They're a little disappointing. 0-2 start. Not that good.
Yeah. It's tough to watch. I mean, like it looks like they start off sluggish and then they come alive like at the end, like the Dolphins game last night. It looked like they were right there in it. Like they could possibly like maybe win. But it just seems like something needs to give, or they need to come out a little more fired up. And I'm not sure what they can do to kind of fix that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But on the other hand, how about your 49ers?
Oh,
They're great.
Yeah, they look really, really good this year. I mean, even I don't know, even like Brock Purdy missed a couple good passes. I think the game actually could have been more than what it was. He had some guys downfield. He missed a couple couple wide open passes. So he didn't have his best game, but if he did, I don't know. They look scary. They're still playing really good. Just got to make sure everyone gets healthy, stays healthy. Ayuk, I know, was injured a little bit in the game, but yeah, I mean, they blew out the Steelers the first week, and then tough game against the Rams to start, but I think they kind of put the clamps down on the Rams afterwards, and yeah, they look good. Brock Purdy is kind of proving everyone wrong too of what they said about him.
I know. I love that. That's the one thing I'm kind of disappointed with the Pats. I don't think that they optimize Mac Jones, but I also don't think that he optimizes himself. And
Yeah.
I don't know if he's necessarily like the answer for us. But then you got a guy like Brock Purdy who just comes in and just he reminds me of Brady.
Yeah.
And the way that he just like totally takes the criticism and turns it into positive. So it's awesome to see. I was super pissed that the game was not on television.
I'm surprised it wasn't actually to be like
It was
on
the game of the week.
Yeah, I know. It should have that was the best game on TV, like overall for all the games. I know everyone was thinking Kansas City Jaguars was supposed to be like a good game, but that one was a stinker. So it was like 17-9. Kansas City doesn't look quite right themselves, but yeah, I don't know. San Francisco, that game should have been the game that should have been another game on TV. I don't know why they didn't put that on national TV.
I know. I saw the schedule and I was like, oh, I can't wait to watch that game. And then we got Dallas and the Jets, like
yeah,
without Aaron Rodgers. Like no, thank you.
I was surprised that the Niners were on national TV for the Steelers-Niners game. I was kind of surprised.
I know.
I didn't think that was going to be a very. Oh, I didn't think the Steelers as good as they were. Well, everyone hyped them up to be, even though they went So I thought the Rams was going to be like maybe they would have flexed it or something like that. But yeah, no, San Francisco.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, but on your point about Brock Purdy too was he chose they were talking about he chose to go to Iowa State because he likes to be the underdog. And I guess what he did at Iowa State when he was there was so good that the coach of Iowa State, Matt Campbell, now Iowa State sucks, but Matt Campbell was in the talks of going into the NFL or getting a USC job at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So and then
wow.
So the Purdy effect. After Purdy left, now they're like Iowa State can't really throw the ball in the ocean if they tried, I guess, from what I'm seeing.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So like I heard that tidbit today too on another podcast. They were talking about like how like they kind of suck. They lost to Iowa last week. Yeah, Iowa State. So it's just yeah. So it's interesting how Brock Purdy had them in a good position for that coach to go to almost take the USC job or an NFL job and didn't.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I just think that the 49ers are so good. Like McCaffrey is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And their defense is so good. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy because it's like them and I think Miami, that the two of them have such a good wide receiving core that like their receivers look so fast when they're like when everything's clicking. They just they beat like everyone down the field. Like it's just a weird thing to see. I would love it'd be kind of interesting to see if like Miami 49ers Super Bowl down like the line to see the two coaches that used to work together play against each other or something like that. But
right. It would be super interesting.
Yeah. But too early. I don't want to get too hyped up. I already know how my teams go, what happens. So when I get too excited for my teams. But the last thing, we'll just hop into NCAA football. There's been a lot of hype around Colorado. Colorado is a lot of entertainment, Deion Sanders is bringing out all the big stars to Colorado games. The Rock was there last week.
Lil Wayne.
Offset, all these guys are coming. It's nuts. It's great for the atmosphere that they're doing there, but even that game that they had against who they play, Colorado State, was an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, it's just, I think it's great for the game of football and college football. Like it brings a completely different dynamic, and not to mention like they're good. Like they won that game, Colorado State, and Travis Hunter got knocked out with a BS call.
Yeah.
Like that was blatantly like targeting.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, it just should not happen. Guy should be suspended for that, but he's out for the next 3 games, so hopefully they'll be able to right the ship and win a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, top 15 in the country, and well, actually, I don't know if the ranking came out today, but they were 17th with a win, so I'm sure they're going to be top 15. And then
They're not. They're 19. They got ranked 19 because of I think the game was a little too close, so I think they dropped a couple spots.
Well, top 20 in the country with 3 games into the to the Sanders tenure, so
yeah,
should be good. But the young Sanders, both of them are freaking good.
yeah, I know they're really good. Next, and so
So
in a couple weeks, the 30th is actually the game. So they actually moved it. I saw it. So it's going to be the 30th. It's going to be USC versus Colorado. So it's Caleb Williams
Yep.
versus Shador, which is going to be great.
very good.
Yeah, very good matchup. I hope it lives up to the hype because they're playing 9. I think they're playing that game at 9 a.m. or something like that, or like 10 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah. Oh no. So what's Colorado? So 10 a.m. Colorado time. So yeah, it's gonna be
1 o'clock Eastern time.
It's gonna be 12 Eastern. So
12.
Colorado's like, yeah, it's a couple hours. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. I'm excited for that game. But yeah, Colorado has been the talk of all the college football world. I think everyone's kind of not really. I mean, they're entertaining. I mean, all the other teams right now college football doesn't really get entertaining until after, like, once conference play starts going. I mean, Texas Alabama was a good game. That was a really good game a couple weeks ago. But yeah, college football gets entertaining when you have the Michigans versus Ohio States. For the Michigans, when the cupcake schedules start to go away for the bigger teams, they start playing each other.
Yeah, exactly. It should be very interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for that's all we have for today's podcast. Austin, any other thing else you want to add before we sign off or anything?
No, man. Let's we're gonna continue to do what we've been doing, and hopefully get outside of this slow down a little bit so that we can pick this back up a little bit with more guests to come. So end the year on a good note.
For sure, definitely. It'd be great. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, man.
Later.
You too.